Welcome back to the Steve and Tyler Show. Now, it's not Steve and Tyler, but Steve and Tyler. There is some other person who is absolutely of no importance, whose name is Steve and Tyler, somewhere else, who's just strumming away on some guitar or something, running around dressed as a chick. We're not about that.
Well,
neither one of us have hair of any length because, well,
we're bald.
I'm bald and Tyler is
bald.
Yes, he is also bald. Well, here at the Steve and Tyler Show, we like to think that we report news that typically people don't see or hear about throughout their main week, especially this week because it's been all Irma all the time.
That's right. A lot of stuff about the hurricanes.
And don't get me wrong, we're not going
to talk about it.
We're not talking about Irma, one, and we're also not downplaying Irma. To my understanding, it's very serious, and it's also man-made. It's man-made! Global warming. It is global warming, said only the stupidest people ever.
But we're not going to talk about it.
We're not talking about it.
Well, we sort of are.
Now, if you enjoy our sarcasm and our absolute filth sometimes, please follow us on Twitter.
Just sometimes, Steve.
Most of the time. At Steve Tyler _show. Go ahead and send us your hate mail. I like slander. I like reading slander.
We get a lot of slander.
Any story suggestions or dick pics at Steve and Tyler Show at gmail.com. Please, please, please subscribe to us on iTunes. And follow us on Podbean. And make sure you hit download. I want to see downloads. Downloads at Steve and Tyler Show on Podbean. We are there. We also, I believe, you're putting stuff up on YouTube. So if you want to just YouTube, do it. It's nothing special. It's our logo, and then you just hear us do the same stuff that we're doing right now. And
we don't sing or dance on there. So
no, I'm an awful dancer. I would put.
Have you seen me dance, Steve?
I'm just saying,
pretty.
Man. I would put Usher to shame.
I could be the 8th Backstreet Boy.
I could show you the absolute worst things. Quit playing games.
You see, I don't sing. There you go.
Luckily he doesn't sing. I don't gotta listen to this.
Yeah, no more singing.
No, but on a side note, if you guys have recommendations, stuff like that, we love reading them. We love it. Please send it to us, and we shall discuss this. Now, if you send us stories that suck and we don't care, we're not going to talk about it. But we'll at least shout out, be like, hey, we got emails. We appreciate it.
They were terrible, but we got them.
Well, I mean, they were just absolute trash. But thanks for sending them. I mean, you'll get shout outs. I like calling out on some of our regulars throughout the week, but I mean, sometimes people suck. Whatever. Now, moving on.
First story, Steve.
First story. It's going to be a long show, people.
It is.
Mizzou offers microaggressions therapy for black students surviving at white institution.
They're surviving, Steve.
What? I mean, really, my therapy. They need therapy because they are simply breathing at what is called a white institution. That's just sad.
It's hard. It's hard, Steve.
No, that's no. This is no. I don't understand why this is even.
Now, don't forget, this is Mizzou, where their enrollment is way down. We did talk about that like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, we talked about Mizzou, and I touch on that at the end.
They keep coming up. Good old Mizzou.
Just because it's mainly white doesn't mean that it's a white institution. When you say something like that, it sounds more like it's what's the word I'm looking for, Tyler? It's more like internment camp. Like you're being imprisoned there. Bitch, you pay to go there.
It's very hard. They're struggling, Steve. They can't just transfer out.
Yes, they can.
Oh, they can.
Oh, that's too bad. Oh. I mean, The taxpayer-funded University of Missouri is offering segregated weekly meetings. Segregated!
I thought they didn't want that. I thought they wanted
I thought they wanted people to be even. Oh!
I'm very confused already, Steve. This is only the first story. I'm already confused.
First paragraph. Weekly meetings for students, staff, and faculty of color.
Even the faculty needs this.
From
the macro and microaggressions.
Yep. To discuss racial identity. Skills for surviving and resisting hate. Are you shitting me?
Well, you gotta resist, Steve.
And their experiences as a person of color at a predominantly white institution. Experiences? What are you talking about? Do you not wake up? Do you put your pants on a different way than I do?
Maybe they put left foot first, like the wrong people.
I wear thongs. I'm trying
to think. Do I put my left leg or right leg first?
I sit on my couch and then I just jump into my pants and do it at the same time.
Both at the same time.
Joke's on you. I mean, no, I don't even do that. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know what these people could be complaining about. The best part is they took the Facebook page down, which is pretty funny.
Oh, that's hysterical.
And they spelled develop wrong in their Facebook announcement. That is also pretty funny for a college, but what?
I mean, hey, man, higher
alert
at a predominantly white institution.
Boy, they're gonna be struggling when they get to the workforce, Steve. They're gonna need some therapy for that too. Oh no, I work at Apple. Steve Jobs was white. Oh no! Like, what?
Oh no, I'm oppressed. Help!
Goodness.
I mean, come on. Students who attend this, they're in a process race-related macro and microaggressions, and the intention is to heal as a community. I
want to know what defines micro versus macro aggressions.
I mean, macro. Yeah. What would an example of a macro be? Like somebody yelling at you, and then what? A micro is just somebody being white. I think that's. I mean that sounds legit. You know, if you're a person of color. Oh man, this it's infuriating. How do you do that? How do you knowingly say, you know what, we're going to offer classes and therapy specifically to people who aren't white because they're being oppressed and they're potentially having a difficult time?
It's hard out there, Steve. It's hard. You got to get some therapy.
It's garbage.
I'm going to sign up for these classes. You think I could go?
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, you're a white person, so but you can dunk, right? So I mean, hey, you got something going for you.
I can't dunk yet. I'm working on it.
Oh, I don't think you're gonna make it then.
Close. I'm only like 4 feet away from the rim, so.
I don't know. This is dumb. Like, how do you? I don't understand. I don't understand how an entire university would cater to people who are just simply too soft and too
weak-minded.
Weak-minded.
That's a good word. That's a good word.
It is very good. That's a good way to put it.
Speaking of people being soft, Steve.
Oh God.
Did you hear this next story?
Oh man, why you gotta do this?
Because you said it's soft and weak-minded. It flows too good.
Oh, it does flow too good. That goes. All right, go ahead. Let's transfer. Let's do it.
They're pulling.
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind. I've never seen Gone with the Wind.
I haven't either. Apparently, it's one of the most.
Must be insensitive.
It's got to be the most racist movie ever for them to break a 34-year tradition.
That's a long time.
Historic Memphis, Tennessee theater, which has shown Gone with the Wind screenings for 34 years, has decided to remove the classic film from its schedule due to its racially insensitive, quote-unquote, content. Oh, what?
It must be pretty bad.
I mean, they must be whipping slaves in chains and watching them work in fields for that. I mean, like, really? Because last I seen, like, what's a good movie? Patriot. That's a pretty good movie. You know what happens in that movie? Mel Gibson's at a bar, and some old white dude comes in with his slave, and then he signs the slave over to him so that he can fight for him. Huh. That's got to be pretty racist, right?
Can we still watch that?
Haven't heard shit about it. They play it on TNT all the time.
Well, this is Gone with the Wind. I think everyone knows about Gone with the Wind, right?
I mean, everybody's
it's a pretty,
heard of it.
Pretty famous movie. It's just too insensitive, Steve. Now we can't watch it. We have to police our own thoughts.
Oh my God! All right, Orwell. The move comes after violence erupted at a rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, earlier this month, which is obviously bad. Charlottesville, what happened in Charlottesville was garbage. That was shit. It never should have happened. It never should have gotten out of hand like that. I think everybody in their right mind has denounced, because that's the thing now. You got to denounce everything. You can't just obviously be against it. You got to come out and say, I don't like racists. I don't appreciate these people.
Are you supposed to be Trump right now?
That was really bad.
That's
Trump.
pretty bad. You got to go, it's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. We're going to denounce everybody.
We're going to be great. It's going to be huge.
We're going to be great. They're disgusting because we're huge, and they're denounced. The president of the Orpheum Theater said the decision to remove the 1939 film was not directly related to recent headlines. So let's be honest.
That's
1939.
A lie. Well, that's a lie.
That is
clearly a lie.
That's an absolute lie. Absolutely. 1939. Do I got to say any more?
I mean,
1939. It was made.
Those are the times.
That was the year that Hitler did what to Poland? Invaded. You're going to sit there and you're going to be critical now of a movie that was literally made at the onset of World War II.
We just can't even be historically accurate anymore, Steve.
I mean, yeah, you can't show history. You can't. I just weak-minded,
we
man.
We should watch this movie and report back.
You know, we should. We should touch on it next week. Be like, hey, yeah, we watched that movie. And
it wasn't good. I see why they canceled it.
Yeah, we might do that. I might do that.
It's no Avatar.
Avatar. Oh man, did you see they're making a second one? I heard.
You know how much money they made with that movie? That's what it is. It's all about money.
It's all about money, but I thought they took a hit on anyway.
I just think all the movies these days are overly politically correct.
Oh man, it's just so.
Or they're all superhero movies which are politically correct.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty bad.
You know what? I stand by this. I enjoyed Captain America. I'm very disappointed that you hated it.
Oh yeah, I watched it. Not impressed. I mean, I didn't think it was that good of a movie. I also don't know how he's a superhero. His power is running fast.
His power is being strong and kicking and punching. And he's got that shield.
That's not a superpower, Steve.
You're a superpower.
I mean, maybe I am.
The Orpheum president gave a quote. The Orpheum appreciates feedback on its programming from all members of the Mid-South community. As an organization whose stated mission is to entertain, educate, and enlighten the communities it serves, the Orpheum cannot show a film that is insensitive to a large segment of its local population. So apparently last year it was okay.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
And the 32 years before that, it was fine.
But not as of right now.
But I just...
Suddenly, everyone got offended, Steve. I don't know what it could be.
I mean, the first two paragraphs, the story contradicts itself because it says, well, we're not going to cancel it because of Charlottesville, but we're canceling it because of Charlottesville.
All I know about this movie, isn't this the one where he goes, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn?
I think that's this movie.
What if the guy came out and said that after he announced this?
That'd be hilarious. Then I would laugh because I'd be like, all right, this dude.
It's all right, Steve. We're just going to have to go through the history books and tear out offensive pages, you know.
I mean, here's some history on the movie itself. It won 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture in 1939. And Hattie McDaniel, who was a black woman, who played Mammy, was the first black actress to win an Academy Award. First! But hey, it's racist.
I've never seen the movie. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to go watch this movie now. All I know is a lot of people like it. It's a classic, and it's apparently racist.
A lot of people love it, obviously, because you as a community decided to play it annually for 34 fucking years.
Yeah, I don't know what could have possibly changed.
I don't. Oh man, I got Charlottesville. Black Lives Matter. Colin Kaepernick. Shut up, bunch of punks.
We should ask Colin Kaepernick if he's ever seen this movie. Someone tweet at him.
Yeah, maybe I'll tweet at him and be like, hey, Colin.
Are you offended by this movie?
Were those your ancestors there? No? Oh, because you're adopted? By a white family who gave you everything? Oh, you mean that you've never actually been oppressed? Oh,
and then
okay.
You gotta add at the end, you suck at football.
And you're garbage. RG3 is better than
you. You're not that good.
And that's saying something because RG3 is made of tinfoil.
He's got bad knees, Steve. Leave him alone.
Bad knees. He didn't have bad knees his first year, and then he was all like, oh, whoop, 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 blown out dead.
It's one of those things. You get one blowout, it increases the likelihood of the other, and then you're ruined.
I want to talk about football. I want to talk about sports. We got to stop doing this. It's Sunday morning.
We got to
stay on track. Yeah, our show's really long. Boys and girls show is going to be really long. That's why we didn't record last.
It's going to be a rager.
California moves to jail people who use the wrong pronouns.
Yeah!
Woo!
I couldn't even yell with excitement.
Woo! Yeah. This is about time. Yeah. Woo! I am ecstatic. So for all of my friends out there who are just politically incorrect, and you call a man or a woman, Tyler's crying over here. It's great. You're wrong. You better say they or it.
You can't even talk anymore, Steve. You can't watch movies.
You can't. You're not allowed. Nope. I have a readout of the bill itself. I'm gonna go through.
So this passed.
Oh, I can. Have you? Really? California legislators are set to vote this week on a bill that could criminalize using the wrong pronoun to refer to a transgender individual. So for those of you who don't know, transgender is a choice. It is the absolute epitome of decision making. You choose to be disgusting. Typically, you're not born that way. If you're a chick born with a wiener, pretty sure there's something else that went wrong in your genealogy. Your genes, what was it, genealogical? I just can't say the word, I don't think.
Genes?
Yeah.
That was the word you were looking
for? No, I said genes. I thought it was genealogical.
Whatever.
Go back to laughing.
I'm sorry. I'm just so excited about this, Steve.
Oh, man, I can feel it. Sunday morning, it's like I just did, like a line of Coke and I just snorted a Red Bull. You know what I'm saying?
Can you snort Red Bull?
No, sometimes. I thought you drink it through your butt. Isn't that how the kids do it these days?
I don't know. I'm not up to date with all this hippity hop.
See, I'm not cool anymore.
No.
I don't listen to their new music. They're mumble garbage.
And we don't use the right pronouns.
Nope, I don't use the right pronouns. Apparently
old people watch Gone with the Wind, so maybe that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I guess that's racist. So, this bill would enact the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Long-Term Care Facility Residents Bill of Rights.
Who names these?
I don't. Never mind. Among other things, the bill would make it unlawful, except as specified, for any long-term care facility to take specified actions, wholly or partially on the basis of a person's actual or perceived sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, or human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, status, including, among others, willfully and repeatedly failing to use a resident's preferred name or pronouns after being clearly informed of the preferred name or pronouns, or denying admission to a long-term care facility, transferring or refusing to transfer a resident within a facility or to another facility, or discharging or evicting a resident from a facility.
Who writes these laws? Why are they so damn confusing?
It continues. Any person who violates this chapter, or who willfully or repeatedly violates any rule or regulation adopted under this chapter, is guilty of a misdemeanor upon conviction thereof shall be punished by a fine not to exceed $1,000, by imprisonment in the county jail for a period not to exceed 1 year, or by both the fine and imprisonment.
Boy. A year in jail and $1,000, Steve.
Which is that's a generic misdemeanor across the country, because I know it's the same
for using the wrong word.
For calling a dude a chick, or calling a dude a dude, or a chick. By not.
But they're offended, Steve.
Pronouns. I mean, it's pronouns. It's they're 0.03% of the population, and they just had a huge bill passed that is going to literally censor everybody.
Gotta censor people, Steve.
The entire state of California has now been censored to an extent, and you can be criminally charged. That goes on your record.
Yeah.
Sorry, I called a dude. Yeah, I know. That's just take me in.
Also,
I know.
What happens if they switch back and forth? You know, like today I'm a dude,
because
tomorrow I'm a chick.
What a gender identity, which we've talked about plenty on this show, and gender identity within that category, that little realm of disgusting, you can be gender fluid, which literally means every other day you're whatever you want to be. So now in the bill, it clearly states that they have to inform whoever is helping them or anything like that what they want to be today or tomorrow or for the next week. But I don't. It's not. Yeah,
real quick.
It's not going to stop there. It's not going to stop there. It's not going to stop at, well, it's only going to be used in medical. No, it absolutely will not. And you know it will not. There is absolutely no way in this state, which is disgusting California, that this is going to happen. Could you imagine? I think I talked about this when you were in town. California is like the third largest economy in the world on its own.
They're pretty big.
They're huge. And good portion of them are either illegal or they're on welfare. So could you imagine if they were actually like, I don't know, not degenerates and followed laws? That'd be great.
It would be very helpful. Also, if they could make up what gender they are today, that'd be cool too.
That's unsurprisingly, free speech advocates and faith-based care facilities are upset about the development, partly because they would be compelled to act in a way that defies their religious dogma, and partly because there's absolutely no way the state will limit the bill's protections just to care facilities. Exactly. There's no way. This is
definitely going to spread beyond care facilities.
Oh, yeah. Oregon, Washington. I mean, this is going to be state.
What happens when it's on the streets? You can't even do it on the streets. You can't
censorship.
Someone.
That's what I'm saying. Censorship.
Sorry. Just the beginning.
Sorry. I didn't know you were a chick today. I am so sorry. So sorry. You have a beard. I am so sorry that you decided. Oh, you're bald too? Oh my God.
Hey, we're bald.
Yeah, exactly. And I got a beard. So how about that?
Are you a chick? What?
I don't know. I didn't refer to one as today. I think I'm just kind of nuts.
Don't arrest me or anything.
You know,
I want to see the court cases. Like Judge Judy. They're just gonna have, well, you used the wrong pronoun. And she'll just be like, well, I have to follow the law. That's a year in prison.
Because you know that, right? Like, if that's law, you have to follow that. That's not a decision.
Yeah, it's
granted. It's at.
She's not like making it up. She's just following the law.
It's at the officers and the judge's discretion to pass judgment. So, like, somebody has to go to court. You have to go to court, but the judge could say, "Well, this is dumb. I don't think you did anything wrong."
Be like, in this case, I think I would side with whoever.
Exactly.
But how long until it's on TV, Steve?
You know it's going to be on TV.
Judge Mathis going to be hitting the hammer.
Oh man, this is dumb. And because it's so cool to be supportive of degenerates, it's just disgusting. It is. It really is upsetting to see people who are just flocking to these. It's a mental disorder. This is gross.
Steve, it's all right.
It's not. It is not. Because there's a first grader.
We got a first grader, Steve. She's the first one.
At a California charter school.
She better go to prison.
She put her in cuffs.
Put her in cuffs.
Zip tie her feet together.
She had a
get her in that squad car.
Mishap, Steve. A pronoun mishap.
This poor little girl. she was sent to the principal's office after accidentally misgendered. Sorry, I don't think it's an ing yet. A classmate in what's being called a pronoun mishap. That's just no.
I hope she has to pay the $1,000 fine out of her lunch money, Steve.
I kind of hope she gets 6 months in jail so that she knows.
Cuffs.
You know what? I hope she understands the wrongdoing of her ways, and she never.
She better turn her life around.
Scare her straight. The incident occurred at Rockland Academy, a school roiled by controversy after a kindergarten teacher led an in-class discussion on transgenderism that included a gender reveal for a little boy who was transitioning to a little girl.
These people are in first grade. First grade, Steve?
It's kindergarten!
It's worse! Well,
they're kindergartners!
They don't
They're
know.
5! They're 5!
They're not even first grader? Well, if it was first grade, I would have said get the cuffs and give her 2 years. Kindergarten. She should have known.
I was listening to Steven Crowder this week. I was listening to one of his old shows, and he had Blair White on. No, I hope he does. He does. And I was Blair White, who is transgender, and she was, I don't know, she's very right-leaning. And the way she described it is, you know, she's obviously transgender, and she chose to do whatever she chose to do. But she went about it in her own way, with her own, you know, whatever, and she regretted a portion of it because she had to take steroids and these, what was it? What it was called? Whatever. She had to take, hormones, and that numbed her. She can't have kids, even if she wanted to now.
Yeah, that stuff messes you up, Steve.
Exactly. And now they're doing that with 5-year-olds. And she even said, being a transgender person, she's incredibly against doing this with 5-year-olds, doing this with children of any sort, because they don't know what they want. At a 5-year-old, you're going to have a gender reveal for a 5-year-old. That is just so upsetting. That is truly disgusting.
I blame the parents.
Absolutely.
These are the parents pushing this on these kids. And the teacher is just an
accomplice. Oh, man. The teacher is even worse. Well, I can't say that because the parents push it. And the teacher, what's the teacher going to do? Well, what can the teacher actually do? Say, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to refer to you as such. Then you get a lawsuit now.
Yeah, but you have to have a gender reveal party?
A gender reveal to be supportive. That's disgusting.
This kid's 5.
I mean,
when I was 5, I was trying not to eat glue and sniff Sharpies. Well, not Sharpies. You know those scented highlighters that everyone.
Oh yeah, see, those are good. Those are good.
Everyone found out that they were killing brain cells.
Oh man, well yeah, but that's like the same thing.
Like what was it? Brown licorice or black licorice or
it was
orange. They were all scented highlighters or whatever. That's what I was doing when I was 5. I wasn't having gender reveal parties.
No, I mean like I was like
sniffing glue,
beating up colonies of ants.
Yeah.
I was, you know what I mean? Like,
the power of the sun and a magnifying glass.
Oh, just scorched earth. I mean, come on.
You're gonna. It's all right. They'll put him in prison. Straight him out. Put him on Scared Straight. You know that TV show?
Yeah. Here. Let's. I want to describe the incident. Man, I want to see if you think she was innocent. The latest incident occurred during the first week of school. When a first grader came across a classmate on the playground. She called the student by his given name.
I like how they don't say his given name.
No, because it's probably like
Paul.
Yeah. Apparently unaware that the boy now identified as a girl. This innocent little first grader, she's a classmate, calls him by the name she knew him last year, and the boy reports it to a teacher. He told on her.
Well, you know.
How does she know?
They are in first grade. What is this? First grade or kindergarten? It keeps switching.
Well, a first grader knew this kindergartner.
Oh, okay. Let me see. So first grader told on him. That sounds like something a first grader would do.
Yeah. Capital Resource Institute's Karen England told me. The little girl gets in trouble on the playground and then gets called out of class to the principal's office.
The principal's office?
The principal investigates.
For the wrong pronoun.
Yeah. For the wrong name. The first grader was investigated by the principal. Investigated to determine whether or not she had bullied the transgender child by calling him by his original name. Are you shitting me? See, now at this point...
You know what the problem is? He didn't properly inform her according to California law.
Exactly. And the parents should have known. The parents should have known better when they shit him out that he was going to be a degenerate. How do you do this? How do you allow this to happen? It blows my mind that this is actually happening. And that
the school is wasting resources investigating cases like this too. Like, this is a complete waste of time.
This is an absolute waste of time. Like, and the parents, as you stated earlier, you are most certainly to blame. You're going to just allow your child to do whatever?
I think that the parents are telling the kid. That's what I think. Like,
to do it so that they gain all the support and I would imagine that too.
That's what I think. I mean,
you know what?
At 5 years old, you don't even understand the concept of gender.
No, and not at all. You're not kissing little. You're not running around. Trying to get laid. You're not doing any of that. At 5, you're 5.
You're smashing ants.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You discovered colored pencils. You're trying to learn how to walk in a straight line and make sure that some kid doesn't drink your milk.
Trying to play on the swing set and not fall on your face. You're like, I mean, seriously, parents need to stand up and raise their children instead of trying to be friends that give in so that they feel special. Like you said.
I think that applies across the board, though.
We could
get a whole other hour conversation on that, but I don't think.
You sure could. My final note on this is raise your kids so that they're contributing members of society,
eventually.
not the mockery of the nation.
Oh, that's pretty deep.
Yakum.
I feel like we could end the episode right here, Steve.
I feel we could too. You know what?
We're gonna keep going.
God bless you. God bless America.
No, Steve, we're gonna keep going. We got stories for days, Steve.
We got one degenerate. We're going from one degenerate to another. She's a terrorist. You know her. You hate her. She called for jihad. It's Linda Sarsour. Come on down.
What is that? The Price is Right? Come on down.
Yeah, she's an absolute piece of shit.
$1, Bob.
Linda Sarsour. Now, you guys probably heard about this one. This one was pretty big.
Actually,
Linda Sarsour solicits.
We got 2 stories on her, though, Steve.
Oh, yeah. She solicits donations for Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund.
You're like,
that's
nice.
It's actually a leftist organizing group.
Oh!
Whoa, who would have seen this coming? I did! No kidding. You mean to tell me that a disgusting... She is a terrorist supporter, by the way. That has been proven.
She called for jihad, right?
She called for jihad during the Women's March in New York. She called for jihad against the White House. She called for jihad because she feels that Trump's racist. I mean, but I'm pretty sure Jesse Jackson would have something different to say. Oh, wait a minute. He also came out and said that Trump's racist, but he is also the one
that dude
get hit.
I think he might be the most racist guy in all of America.
Jesse Jackson, he is. He's horrible. But he gave Trump the peace medal, though.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
It is. I guess his political beliefs just they decided to change all of a sudden. I guess I don't understand.
All right, tell them about this organization she was raising money for, Steve.
Leftist icon Linda Sarsour used the tragedy of Hurricane Harvey to funnel money to a leftist political group, Texas Organizing Project Education Fund, with no obvious connection to the victims who were traumatized by the hurricane. Their statement reads, "Rebuilding in areas impacted by Harvey will be most challenging for marginalized communities." Okay, that sounds okay,
yeah,
right?
You're like,
at first,
maybe
hold on,
there's
around,
more. Steve. Maybe she. No.
Nearly a quarter of Houstonians live in poverty. Oh, okay, hold on. Now you're kind of like getting approximately 550,000 people. We also estimate that there are 575,000 immigrants in the Houston metro area. We will work to move the material aid the most vulnerable hit by Harvey to ensure their access to critical services. Okay. From first response and basic needs to healthcare, housing, transportation, immigration, this is all important to any.
All right, we sound good so far, Steve.
Okay. Together, we will organize and advocate for our devastated communities, shining a spotlight on inequalities. Hold on. That's the okay.
We're
Red flag.
We're moving a little
Red
left.
flag.
Raise the alarm.
That inequalities that emerge in the restoration of lives, livelihoods, and homes, amplifying the needs of hard-hit communities, providing legal assistance for residents wrongfully denied government support. I don't think that anybody's actually being denied anything right now, seeing as how you don't have a home. Even people who had jobs and were here legally and paid taxes, like
all their
contributing members of society.
It's all gone, man. It's all
they're all trying to find shelter and do the right thing. And when you say things, you just shine a spotlight on inequalities. Nobody has a home right now.
I mean, they're all kind of equal, right? They're all equally at zero.
They are all equally starting over at the moment. Yeah.
That sounds
and
like
you're
what communists want.
Yeah, I agree. And you're
unrelated, but that sounds okay.
I mean, kind of, not really, not right now. But you're going to shine a light. You're going to specify poverty-afflicted people and immigrants, which I don't know if it's actually immigrants or if it's degenerates who come here illegally. It doesn't specify in their statement. But what? Why? Why specify people who are hard hit? Everybody was hard hit. Did you see it? I mean, have you watched the news? It's bad. And now you got Irma come into it. I guess. Anyway, we're not talking about Irma. Not yet. We'll talk about it hopefully next week. I hope not, because I just it's going to be bad. I have friends down there. Rock, I know you're not listening, but good luck.
I know you're not listening.
She's really cool, but she's liberal, so I don't know if she would enjoy our show either. We're rather not that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we're more in the middle.
Really? I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I sometimes I like to identify as Hillary Clinton and just wake up and just piss off everything that I've ever believed in. So this continues. So this terrorist supporting nut job, which she is, tells people to donate to people who need it. But I hate talking about her. I really do, because she is such a horrible person. And she goes and she tells people to donate to something. No. She how can you knowingly do this? She's not down there. She's in New York. And I mean, would you be okay with telling people in like Chicago, Detroit, even like East Cleveland, hey, donate to this organization, we're trying to help you, we're trying to better you, we're trying to make sure that you have everything you need. And then it comes out that this organization is like the NRA. And these people are, oh my God, that's horrible. You're a piece of shit for doing that. Don't do that. I don't get it. I really don't understand why somebody would want to do this, other than the fact that you are just an abomination.
You gotta love how that this Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund that she started up is supported by other left-wing groups.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's like
they got some MoveOn.org, the SEIU.
I mean,
the Texas Organizing Project, which used to be implicated in voter fraud, voter rigging, voter intimidation, and vote for pay scams.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also the parent company of this one, organization of this one. So I just.
Who knows where this money's going? That's the real problem when these disasters happen. You never really know where this money's going. Like, all right, I gave X amount of money. X amount obviously goes to administration stuff. Who knows how much that is? And then I don't even know where the money went afterward. It's very there's a lot of fraud out there. Be careful when you're donating out there.
Absolutely, be careful. And
don't donate to terrorists.
Yeah, don't donate to jihadis, please. They're disgusting, awful human beings. And
you know what? We got another story about her, Steve.
I know.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
Because I really like bashing Islam, because it's just an absolute abomination.
It's her.
Yeah, but she's a spokesman for it. And, all these women and all these feminazis just really like prop it.
I think she's just an opportunist. And
absolutely.
Whatever happens, she's just like on top of it.
This next story talks about it. You know, she says, if I want to say I'm black, I'm black. Well, last time I checked, it doesn't work that way.
I don't think that's how it works, Steve.
I mean, Tyler, are you black?
No.
Oh.
I don't think my parents were black or their parents, so I'm pretty sure that I am not black by definition.
But are you sure?
Well, apparently not anymore. I was sure before, but now I can just make it up.
I mean, she says she's black, so you mean to tell me she's wrong?
She is wrong about quite a lot.
She is wrong about almost everything. Leftist icon Linda Sarsour proved that when it comes to looking to advance her career, she's an opportunistic as they come.
Hey, I just said that.
Just said that, as you can, chameleon-like. Simply change the color of her skin, because, hey.
But chameleons are cool, and she's not that cool.
She just wants to identify as whatever. She wants to seem as oppressed as possible. And yet this woman can go speak in all these lecture halls and scream for jihad and scream for violence against people willingly, because you know where you couldn't do this? Any Middle Eastern country ever. Just saying. It's not allowed. Not allowed, Tyler. Can't do it.
How can she switch? Is there anything we can't switch anymore?
She's sex fluid. She's gender fluid. She's
fluid?
Yeah, she chooses. You know what, Tyler? I want to be Asian today, so magically I can be good at math right now. I mean, seriously, I want to be Mexican tomorrow, so that I can make burritos and tacos like a boss, and so that when I go to work, I can speak to the locals over there. I mean,
she's just playing all sides, Steve.
She is. She's disgusting. She goes on, her quote is, "When I wasn't wearing hijab, I was just some ordinary white girl from New York City."
Because you were a white girl from New York City, but now she's a black Muslim from Palestine.
And then the next quote, at the end of the day, it's self-identification. I'm Palestinian. If I want to say I'm black, I'm black. Huh.
That's not how it works.
No, that's...
You can't just make this stuff up.
Boo! Boo! Boo, Wendy. Boo! You are horrible.
I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
I don't either. The left props her up, and they use her as a spokesperson for women as a whole. And that is shameful enough. Because
I want to know who's inspired by this kind of bullshit.
I don't know, but...
It can't be anyone with, like, common sense.
Women are supposed to be strong, dominant in their own right figures, and this woman is just an opportunistic pig, and it's very, very sad. I say pig, that's funny now that I didn't mean to say that, because, you know, she's obviously Muslim, and pigs,
well, maybe she'll switch out.
That's great.
She'll switch to Christianity next week or something.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe she'll take off her hijab, and you know, she'll put a cross on and carry a Bible.
Well, you know, if she thought she could make money, I bet you she would.
I almost guarantee she would. The Pope, who's also an absolute piece of shit. If he was like, hey, you know, we want you to convert, she'd be like, well, yeah, all right, I'll take that paycheck.
You know who's not going to compromise his values?
Oh, my God.
Jerry Springer. He's considering a run for governor of Ohio, Steve. Jerry.
Yeah, okay, everybody calm down. You are not the father.
Oh, that's Maury. You got them all confused.
I thought Jerry did that too.
Did he? I don't know.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, all right. I don't know. I just remember Jerry Springer, they beat each other up.
Oh, man, all the time.
They ring the bell and he starts trouble.
Ring the bell.
Jerry Springer wants to be governor.
He's a former Cincinnati mayor.
I didn't even know that before this, honestly.
I knew that, but I didn't know the specifics behind it. After reading this article, I was just like, all right, this dude's just.
And then I learned he did mayor stuff before being Jerry.
Jerry. Yeah. So here's his background. Before going into television, Springer had checkered political career. All right, this is straight from the article. In between a failed run for Congress in 1970, so way before I was even born, and an unsuccessful bid to be Ohio's governor in 82. He already tried to do this. He served on Cincinnati City Council, okay? But he resigned in 1974 amid a prostitution scandal.
You know, that makes a lot of sense seeing as what show he was on afterward.
Right? But then he was reelected to his seat the following year.
He's just a likable guy. He's Jerry Springer.
Oh, he's degenerate. And in 1977...
Hey, that's racist. We can't say that.
I know, yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry. In 1977, Springer was chosen to serve as Cincinnati's mayor for 1 year on a rotating basis. So... he was mayor, by definition, but it was by default. Because everybody gets to do it and gets to spread the love and work around it in Cincinnati. I didn't know that. I didn't know people were, cities did that.
You know what the worst part of this is?
Cleveland sure doesn't.
I think he's more likely to get reelected now that he's famous, Steve.
I think he's more likely to get reelected because he's a liberal. And Cincinnati's an abundantly...
No, he's running for governor, state governor. He's not running for, Cincinnati. He's running for the whole state.
Oh, my God.
We're going to have the Jerry Springer show for the state, Steve.
Oh, it doesn't help that.
He's going to come out. He's going to come out and be like, well, today on our show, John Boehner said, and then he's going to hit him with a damn table.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't help that. What's his face? Kasich sucks. Yeah, Kasich is an absolute rhino. Absolute rhino, and he is just the worst.
Ohio politics. It's a fun state because...
Do you see, this isn't something we're talking about, but do you see he said this week, you dreamers, all you dreamers, come to Ohio. Get out! Get out! Go away. I'm tired of paying for your shit.
What was I saying? Oh, Ohio's a fun state because it usually, the nation follows Ohio, right? It's never always red or always blue.
That's true.
But then we end up with stuff like this, where we got Jerry Springer running, we got Kasich flipping sides.
Oh, and you know what the worst part is? Kasich's not going to get reelected. I don't think he's going to get.
You never know. I mean, look at Sherrod Brown. That dude's been reelected for 100 years.
Oh yeah, he's about.
Why don't we have term limits, Steve? And I know the answer to that. Why would you give yourself a term limit? But we need term limits.
If we had term limits, then people like Kid Rock would be running every other election cycle. And don't get me wrong. I don't know, because then it becomes a popularity contest, and then people like Kathy Griffin in her heyday would be able to, win elected office. Oh, wait a minute. She's no longer sorry.
Well, moving on. That was a good transition.
That was a really bad transition.
That was pretty bad, yeah.
But for those of you who don't know, because this was kind of talked about in a little bit.
The original was talked about. This was not talked about, Steve. When this first happened, it was talked about all over. But all of a sudden, quietly, she unapologized for holding a severed head. Not Trump. It obviously wasn't Trump. It was just a severed head, Steve.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and obviously you're gonna hear my outrage because I'm gonna go ahead and read through this just a little bit, okay? So Kathy Griffin, she's rescinding her apology over a controversial art piece.
Yeah, it was art, Steve.
Depicting a decapitated President Trump.
Why are we allowed to have this as art but not Gone with the Wind?
You know what? I didn't think about it.
That's a good question, isn't it?
That's a damn good question. That was yeah. Why? She opened up about the headline-making incident on Australian talk show Sunrise earlier this week, backtracking on her previous mea culpa. I am no longer sorry. The whole outrage was BS. The whole thing got so blown out of proportion. She said, I lost everybody. She had to do this on an Australian talk show.
Yeah, keep it low. Don't tell anyone you're unapologized. Are you allowed to unapologize? I'm not sure what the rules of the playground are.
I don't know.
Like, once you apologize, I thought it was permanent.
Rules of the playground.
Can you do that?
So, this was... oh, my God. She first posted an image of herself holding it up would look like to be a bloodied head. Griffin has been fired from her annual CNN New Year's Eve program, which I don't know why she would have a job there. Even CNN should be smarter than to employ this dumbass. Dropped from deals with advertisers like Squatty Potty.
Yeah, Squatty Potty.
Squatty Potty. And she got investigated by Secret Service. So, I want to break down this paragraph because that was taken directly from the article. And this article is from Rolling Stones. So, the first sentence, since she first posted an image of herself holding up what looked like to be a bloodied head, they can't even say it was Trump's fucking head.
They don't even say Trump. Everyone knows.
They don't even say bloody to be a bloodied head. What? It's the president. People come out and they say all the time, well, people did it to Obama. People threatened Obama. People did this. People did that. But which is true, absolutely. I think that's happened for every president ever. But nobody who used to be in the spotlight or who had the ability to be put in the spotlight on national news did it. Because if they did, we would have been talking about it, right?
Well, not.
Or am I wrong?
We weren't around then. But
yeah, we weren't around then. I wasn't shit out.
We would have heard about it.
We would have heard about it. She had the platform. She took the picture, and she posted it on purpose to gain attention. She wanted all of this to happen. And if you actually believe that she didn't, you're stupid. She planned all of this. Now, she wanted all of it to happen, but it's hysterical that she had to go to Australia to say, no, I don't care. I'm just a witch riding my broomstick. I don't care about any of that. You can't say Trump. Say President Trump. He's your president. He's not your president. I mean, I don't understand. It was the whole thing. The whole outrage was about holding his head. If it would have been my head, you would have been holding me by my nose because I don't have any hair.
I'm sure the atrocities would have been less.
Yeah, and nobody would have cared. Which is whatever. I'm a good shot. You ain't getting my head. But you know what I mean? It was an outrage because it was the president. Because everybody hates this man for literally no reason.
Well, because he's fighting the establishment.
Because he's white.
And he's fighting the establishment, Steve.
You want to talk about racism? There it is, right there. That people say there's no media bias, and
the media bias is a good thing, Steve. That's why we're here.
Exactly, media bias is a great thing.
That's why we're here.
That's why I think all that should be privately funded. Even public news stuff should all be privately funded because taxpayers are paying for dumb shit. Bias is not a bad thing. But when you have extreme bias like this, and you can't even correctly talk about a story that was so altering to the country as a whole,
I just thought it was funny that this didn't really get as much
not at all.
Her unapologizing got no publicity.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it was in Australia on a talk show.
She still unapologized for threatening the president.
Which, I mean, she was already,
she's crazy.
Investigated by Secret Service. Just you know, I mean, you're obviously
you gotta take those things seriously, right? I mean,
yeah, but yeah, that's why she was investigated. Because, I mean, rightfully so. They were doing their job. You know, and obviously, you know, this is America. So you're allowed your First Amendment right. You are allowed freedom of speech.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be threatening people by holding severed heads that look like an unidentifiable person, Steve.
I 100% agree. I absolutely.
She's crazy.
She is psychotic.
Also, she's not funny.
No, she really isn't. And I don't remember her ever being funny.
Me neither. You know what she does? She just like takes things and blows them out of proportion usually, and usually swears at the end. And it's not very funny.
I mean, she's been seen taking pictures with Trump. Yeah. Like, you know, I mean, come on, you're just a hypocrite. Like, people, she's been affected so poorly. No, she wanted this to happen. She wanted the attention because she's no longer relevant in this society. Nobody gives a shit until you do something extreme like what she did. That's why she got the media, or that's why she got the attention. And now, because nobody gives a shit, she goes ahead. She goes down to Australia on some talk show, and she's like, yeah, no, I don't care anymore. Yeah, you're a piece of shit. Speaking of human excrement. She is sexy. Jennifer Lawrence.
I mean, she's alright.
She's hot.
She's stupid.
But she is dumb. D-U-M, dumb.
That's with a B.
And I know, but she's dumb. Oh my God, he ruined the joke. He ruined the joke. He ruined it.
I'm sorry.
Jennifer Lawrence suggests Donald Trump is linked to hurricanes. Ha!
Yeah, he did it. He did it. I knew it.
All right. Well, I guess he loves Ohio. He loves the Great Lakes, though, because, I mean, we're not getting no hurricanes.
No, I should have known. I should have known that Trump did this. He must have sent them. He must have sent them. He had to have. I mean, why else would any of this be happening? I mean, there's no bad people down there. There's no people that do anything. There's no way. There's no way this could be just, what happens in that region of the country every year. Right? That doesn't happen. Yeah, isn't this like a yearly thing? It's just a literal yearly thing. Granted, I don't believe it is this bad every year. I think this is an extra bad year, but this is just an extra bad year. But it's like, hey, season. Sometimes we get really bad snow in the north. It's not as bad every year. Excuse me, that was gross. But I should have known. It's not as bad. Storms. Yep, Trump did it. Trump did hurricanes. Trump planned this out. And he planned it out in a way that nobody would have seen this coming except for Jennifer Lawrence because she's so intelligent. Did you know that? Maybe she's like a prophet. You think about that? You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence, prophet. And you know what the best thing is? She did this on Britain's Channel 4. She talked about this. What is it with people not being able to speak in America? Well, the land of opportunity. This is America. Unless you want to speak about stupid shit, then you can go do that somewhere else. Absolute stupid shit. I mean, here's her quote, because this quote's funny. If you haven't heard it, you're going to laugh. You're watching these hurricanes now, and it's hard, especially while promoting this movie. Oh, so you got to just slide that one in there. Check out my movie, by the way. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Not to feel Mother Nature's rage and wrath. And wrath, she said. It's scary. It's this new language that's forming. What? I don't speak hurricane. Huh? What? Okay. I don't even recognize. It's scary to know. It's been proven through science. Uh-oh, here we go. This is going to be good. Science. Proven through science that climate change is due to human activity. Wrong! And we continue to ignore it, and the only voice we have is through voting. Well, that's true. That's actually true. She actually said something halfway intelligent at the end. So, in the first thing, Mother's Nature, rage and wrath has always been awesome and unforgiving. Always. That is true. It always. In every single aspect, this happened. Pompeii. Who caused Pompeii? It must have been Trump. Oh, Trump did it. Damn Caesar. Is Caesar around there in Pompeii? I don't think so. I don't think so. Pompeii. I bet you they blamed him for it too, though. It had to have happened. It was his fault. Damn, Trump did it. Damn earthquakes in Mexico, sent by Trump. God was like, you know what? I'm gonna get him before he's even alive. Like, Trump did this. These people just live in a bubble, and she pointed out while promoting this movie. She's living in fantasy land, Steve. She's just a degenerate. New language? What? New language? What? Stupidity? I don't speak that. I don't either. I'm not fluent in dumbass. I mean, I probably am. Some people would say that I'm stupid, which you can just send me an email about it. How stupid? Yes, send us emails. Why don't you go start a 12 gauge? But. You can't threaten people. No, I didn't. They're doing it themselves. Proven through science that climate change is man-made? That's wrong. That is absolutely wrong. Because science has not proven it. At all. Not even close. Because it's not man-made. Climate change is real. But it's shown through history that it's real. But history, there's nothing. We got ice ages. We got. That's what I'm saying. There is nothing anywhere that says, you know what, there were a lot of cows back then, and they just shit
everywhere, and all that methane.
You think Trump killed the dinosaurs?
You know what? I think he rode the meteor in. He was like, he's like, watch this.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. I'm gonna cleanse the earth, and we're gonna start over. Watch this. It's gonna be huge.
We need to build a wall. Keep the dinosaurs out.
Oh man, keep them out. We don't like them illegal dinosaurs.
Not
File
all
the
of
paperwork.
Them, just the ones from overseas.
File the paperwork and do it right.
It's gonna be huge.
Oh man, that's great.
I mean, these celebrities just continue to show that they live in fantasy land. That's what it comes down to.
And so do these students, these college students.
Yeah, college.
You know, Tyler, I've cried about a lot of things, like spilled milk.
Another sweet transition was that.
I've cried. I mean, yeah, this one was good. I've cried over spilled milk, you know, but never a banana peel.
Yeah, I actually did. I saw one in the wild a couple of days ago.
A banana peel? Oh my god! These college students cried over a banana peel in a tree.
Isn't that where bananas come from?
It didn't make them feel safe.
I was scared.
What?
Steve, it was traumatizing.
An off-campus Greek life event held by leaders of Ole Miss last weekend was canceled after many students became troubled by a banana peel.
I was traumatized.
They canceled the entire event because of a banana peel.
A single banana,
which was hanging from a campus tree. Okay. According to the Daily Mississippian, many members of the community were hurt, frightened, and upset by what occurred. Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't bananas come from trees?
They do, but I'm sure this was not one of... it was a peel. It's like... You know, what if it had been an uneaten banana? What would you know, if it was ripe enough, what, are you going to pick it up and eat it? I don't understand. Ole Miss Greek life leaders cut their 3-day leadership retreat to nearby Camp Hopewell short after black students discovered a banana peel dangling in a tree outside one of the camp's cabins.
This can't be real. Why is this real?
Banana peel was later spotted by Alpha Kappa Alpha President Makala McNeil, a leader from one of the campus's historically black sororities.
What does that have to do with anything?
It was just part of the article. I'm just trying to give some context. The Daily Mississippian reported that McNeil had just left a group discussion about race relations when she spotted the banana peel in the tree. The overall tone of the meeting she's referring to was heavy, McNeil told the newspaper. I mean, we were talking about race in Mississippi and in the Greek community, so there's a lot involved. She added that she and her friends were all just sort of paranoid for a second after noticing the banana peel, calling its appearance so strange and surreal. What?
Steve, it's a banana.
Tyler, it's a banana peel. It's
a
banana. Why would the word surreal or paranoid come out of your mouth when referring to a banana peel in a fucking tree? I mean, I got to get better on cussing. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. What? Why? Why is this even a thing? It's a banana peel.
I was offended by a banana once.
I mean, I've been...
what if it was like an apple core? Would they have been offended by an
apple core? Oh my god!
Or a peach. I like peaches. What if it was like a peach?
Somebody call a news reporter. I need to vent about a peach core.
You know what the best part of this is?
Or pit.
Is Alexa, is that how you say it? Lee Arndt, whatever your name is, the interim director of fraternity and sorority life at Ole Miss, said this quote. You ready?
Oh, man, I don't know. I don't have this one in my notes. This is going to be good.
As the staff member responsible for the well-being of our community, I felt it was imperative, Steve.
Oh, my God.
To provide space immediately to students affected by this incident to allow them an opportunity to voice their pain and concern. At least we got the safe spaces out in time.
Run for president next 2020.
Alexa Lee was clearly ready to go for this.
This woman cares.
Space meeting opportunity.
This woman cares about her people. She can run 2020. Alexa Lee Arden 2020. Here we go. Wow. You are an
safe space to
See,
talk about a banana.
If my kid came home and he was visiting from home at college, he's like, Dad, I really don't like, the stuff you're talking about. President Trump's doing this, and, Obama was so good. And when you say things, it really hurts my feelings. I would probably punch him in the face. You don't get to do this. This is dumb. You need real world stuff. It's a banana peel. This shouldn't even merit a reaction like this. Racism is real, and it is bad. We all agree with that, people who actually care about anything. It's bad. It is. We agree.
This is not racism, Steve. This is just stupidity.
It's a banana peel. How is this something that was so surreal? Shut up. Shut up.
You know what the best part is? They actually investigated how the banana peel got there. They had a full-blown investigation into this, Steve. We found the criminal racist, Ryan Swanson, who went to this retreat about race, which is just hilarious.
Oh, man.
He was there. He said he discarded the banana peel in a tree because he could not find a trash receptacle.
That's hysterical.
So it's literally a guy who was there just said, "Oh, there's no trash bin around here. I'll throw this away." So he throws it, lands in a tree.
And now he's racist. It was so heavy and surreal. Shut up.
These people are not going to survive outside of school, Steve.
No, you better stay in college forever. You better be a damn doctor.
Never leave school, Steve.
Never leave. You're done. You are done.
The doctors have to deal with the tragedy that is bananas.
I mean, some, yeah, because you got to go to counseling. Be a Oh, my God. This woman would be the best counselor.
She would not. She'd be the worst.
Oh, man.
I feel like she'd pick the wrong item, to talk to you about.
Well, I think today
and then my husband broke up with me, and he ate a banana and threw the peel at me. And she'd be like, "Oh,
my God! I once had a situation with banana peels. Oh my God!
I understand your pain. I suffered from the banana peel." These people are crazy. You know who else is crazy, Steve?
That was a nice transition.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it.
You know who else is crazy? I'm gonna have to go ahead and say Madonna.
No.
I mean, she is crazy. But...
Well, yeah, but here we go, Steve.
You see, she's actually leaving.
She's not leaving. Why would you leave this country? Come on.
Portugal. She's going to Portugal, I thought.
She ain't leaving.
Whatever. Go ahead. All right. Yeah. All right. So the actual person who is just 100% psychotic.
She wants to have sex with the earth, Steve. ECOSEXUAL professor wants you to have sex with the earth.
Huh.
We shamelessly hug trees, talk erotically to plants, and we are very dirty. Ooh, 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 brown chicken. Wow.
So,
you don't even have much to say about this. You're just like...
No, this. I feel like this entire show, I'm sitting here left speechless because it's just so much stupidity. And it's all part of an eco-sex trend exploding on Google searches in the last year, thanks in part to art professor Elizabeth Stevens, who teaches at the University of California at Santa Cruz. The movement involves a combination of art, sex, and environmentalism.
Should have known.
Should have known. Should have known. You mean... Stevens, who is also a chairwoman of the art department at the California State-funded University, has been filmed in documentaries, good God, or eco-sex flicks, doing the nasty with nature.
With it like a tree?
This woman's a porn star.
With trees, though.
With trees and like dirt. What do you take, like a handful of dirt and
She's
just
putting a new twist into tree hugging, Steve.
I mean, like it used to be like tree hugging was just funny, but now you're like tree humping. You're like tree grinding. Like, is it like does she get off? Like, is it like just good for the tree?
Does the tree get off?
Like, like how do you know when the tree has reached climax?
The tree hits her back. It's like, oh yeah, right there.
Photosynthesis. I mean, like how?
It's working.
Ah, yeah. Give me that sunlight. I mean, like, how do you...
This is one of those things where I don't want to know about.
This sounds like a real one-sided.
There's a trigger warning at the beginning of the article too, which is funny as hell.
It is really
This story contains descriptions of emerging eco-sex and may offend. It's not real. These people are living in fantasy land along with... Maybe she, like, did the banana peel thing.
Here, I got a really good quote for you. This is a quote from Santa Cruz.
I'm not sure I want to hear this.
UC Santa Cruz, they issued this. Come experience 25 ways to make love to the earth. Raise awareness in environmental issues. Learn eco-sexercises. Find E-spots. And climax with the planetary clitoris. You might discover that you are ecosexual too. Now,
these people are on drugs.
That's hysterical. You know what? You gotta find that E spot. You gotta climax with that planetary clitoris. It's like when you say clitoris, you're obviously singling out the women. So, in my opinion, when I read a quote like this, they're saying, well, women are psychotic, so come and, rub one out with some dirt over here and we'll videotape you. Like, this is gross.
I don't get it. What's wrong with these people?
Stevens helped host an eco-sex symposium at the university on May 18th and 19th with workshops on decolonizing settler sexuality and academic freedom in an eco-sex-phobic world.
How can we be sex-phobic if you just made shit up?
Yeah. Like, the symposium announcement stated, join us for a multidisciplinary gathering to explore our relationships with the environment and social justice. Oh!
You know what?
Oh!
That headline doesn't sound too bad, right? You read that, you're like, oh, this sounds like it might be. All right, so you go with this, and people are fucking finger banging goddamn hole in the ground. What the hell are you doing? Stop!
The announcement goes on to say, engage in human, non-human collaboration. That's when you go, wait a minute, what? Critique ideologies and debate new sexualities. What happens when we posit the earth as our lover? Yeah. Let's examine where our bodies end and the nature begins.
Ugh. I got like a shiver going up my arm right now.
Like I couldn't imagine trying to impregnate like an oak tree. Like, oh man.
Those babies are gonna be messed up.
Tyler, I gotta be honest. I'm not good at climbing. Like that's. I mean, like you talk about chafing afterwards. That's gonna hurt.
In this article, they say at least 100,000 people are claiming to be ecosexual, Steve.
Oh wow, that's such a huge majority of the population.
I'm just surprised they could find 10.
Yeah. How do you admit this? How do you willingly come out and say,
yeah,
you know what? I
tried.
I baned weeds before.
I saw a real nice hole in the ground, and I was like, I need some of that.
After I cut the grass, it started when I was young. After I'd cut the grass, I just have to go in and pleasure myself.
That smell of the cut grass just.
And then I started taking the freshly cut grass and I take it into my room with me. And we would lay together for hours and talk. I mean, like, shut up!
What's wrong with these people, Steve?
Like, you're showing this in class. Like, she's a porn star with, what do you, like, take a tree? Like a limb, like a fallen tree branch and just, do you put a condom on it or do you just, like, go to town?
I don't know. Do you have to do that?
I don't know. Do you think she shaves or cleans herself?
I don't want to know that.
I wonder if she walks around smelling. That's gross. You know what also is gross? Apparently what these Trump-free zones are.
Steve, you know what? After that last article, people might think this would be the end of the episode because that's usually how we end. Like some crazy story. But it keeps going, Steve. It keeps going.
There's more. We got 2 more stories, everybody. 2 more. Rahm Emanuel creates Trump-free zone for students at Chicago schools.
All right.
Yeah! Woo! Get him out of here. Stay out. Woo! Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel on Tuesday assured incoming high schoolers that they need not worry about President Trump ending the Dreamers program, saying Chicago public schools are a Trump-free sanctuary for young illegal immigrants. Well, Tyler, I didn't think about this last night. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm going to Chicago. You know, last time I checked, Trump doesn't put the handcuffs on the illegals himself. He has this, you know, I mean, kind of. He has this fantastic branch that they're called ICE, and they are amazing, and they are doing work. You want to talk about a job? I bet anybody could get a job there right now. You like arresting illegals? Yeah, sure do. Get them out. Good. We like doing it too. Come and join us. All right.
You know what the best part of this is he aimed this at high schools, right?
High schools.
Most of the Dreamers aren't actually in high school, Steve.
Or school at all. They're adults.
They're like 20 to 30 years old. If you're 30 years old and in high school, we got separate problems.
I mean, clearly Mexico or wherever you're from's got a higher or a lower standard than we do. I mean...
So this is all political buffoonery. This was borderline pointless. He's just trying to up his little voter base.
Yes,
we care about those young kids when most of them aren't even young kids, Steve.
Exactly. Here, I got a couple quotes that are...
Steve, you've been hitting me with the quotes all day, and I'm just getting more upset as we go on, Steve.
I mean, then put on your earmuffs. To all the Dreamers that are here in this room in the city of Chicago, you are welcome to the city of Chicago. This is your home, and you have nothing to worry about.
If you're in the room, you should be arrested, Steve.
Chicago, our schools, our neighborhoods, our city, as it relates to what President Trump said, will be a Trump-free zone. You have nothing to worry about. And I want you to know this, and I want your families to know this. And rest assured, I want you to come to school and pursue your dreams. We do not allow federal agents on these grounds and in this building. You are safe and secure here to learn, to grow, and to pursue your dreams, and we hope that you do so. So, here are some thoughts on this.
If it's a Trump-free zone, can we get rid of the taxes going there?
Yeah, absolutely. I would like that.
No Trump at all.
I think all the federal taxes that they're paying, they need to be
not paying. I'm sure they're not paying anything.
I'm sure they're not. They're probably like just. So I have a couple thoughts on this, Tyler. Get out! You're illegal. You are disgusting. Get out of my country. I'm tired of paying for your shit. Go away.
There are legal ways to go about this, Steve.
Yeah, ICE. Let's go. Policia.
No. Legal ways to get into the country, Steve. You're 25 years old. How have you not become a citizen by then?
Yeah.
25 years. I know it's a long process. They say it's a long process, but it's not a 25-year process.
No, it's not. It sure isn't. And if your parents come here illegally, which a lot of them do, well, actually, for DACA, all of them do, you have the opportunity to file for illegal immigration. You have the opportunity to do so. Do it. If you don't do it, that's on you. I have absolutely zero sympathy, for anybody who refuses to follow the laws of a land. Absolutely none. None. Get out. File for immigration. Do it the right way. Or get out. I don't care. We're going to countries that we've never been to before. I don't care. You suck. You are stupid. And to consider yourself educated because we're college students. No, you're not. You're adults. The majority of you aren't even in college. You guys are actually graduated, just sitting here riding it out. That's it. You don't care. Go through it legally, and you're fine. I like to think that here on this show, we've always said, come here legally, and you're welcome, please. Absolutely. More than welcome. That's the right thing to do. If you come here illegally, I have zero sympathy for you. I don't care. I don't care what happens to you. I don't. At all. At all. Zero remorse for what happens to you. Nothing. It's horrible that you can think that people are supposed to flip your bill every single time you want something. You're not paying for anything. And now you're upset that you're going to be deported to somewhere where you've never been before because you didn't do the right thing and file for immigration, to be a citizen of the country that's paying for all your free shit. Right? Am I wrong here?
I just had to let you go there, man. You just start dropping so much knowledge.
I can't stand people. Like, if I was going to go, I've talked about visiting Ireland, not on here, but like a lot. Before all this shit happened in Germany, I wanted to go to Germany. If something happened and I wanted to stay, what's the first thing I would
become a citizen there, right, Steve?
Oh, unless I claim I'm from Syria, in which case I could go to Germany and be like,
can you change that? You
can
be Palestinian.
I don't know. I can change whatever gender I want to be. I could be an attack helicopter today. And I'm good. Contribute, not choke the hole because you want everything handed to you.
Steve's ending these with some crazy quotes.
See, you know what? We could have ended the show right there.
I know,
not today.
It, but we got one more story. Steve.
We got one more story. This is a good one. This is a good one because law enforcement is something that I am.
Blue Lives Matter, Steve.
Blue Lives Matter. Absolutely. Got my wristband. Yakum. And with that being said, we are pro law enforcement. I like to think I am. I have family and close friends that have been in law enforcement since before I was even alive.
Yeah,
but let it be said that if you do dumb shit, you deserve what happens to you.
Play stupid games, Steve.
Win stupid prizes, baby. Chief orders officers not to conduct traffic stops because people complain when they're caught. So it's been a bit of a heavy episode, and we just wanted to really end on a high.
People are just too upset, Steve.
So in Midland Borough, PA, no one has further comment or explanation for taxpayers and others. Questions after Midland Borough Police Chief Keith McCarty's order to his police officers to significantly reduce traffic stops. Chief McCarty, who is now under investigation, oh, no shit, didn't see this coming, said that his recent order was because of citizen complaints and that officers who didn't comply would have their work hours reduced, according to CBS Local Pittsburgh. So, do as you're told or your job gets cut. You lose hours. So, if you don't do your job, you don't get the hours, you can't pay your bills. Huh. Interesting. In the memo, Chief McCarty said, due to a recent rash of citizen complaints, we are asking you to stop traffic stops significantly. He also said, I am well aware that these and many others are illegal violations, but we cannot sustain a department where we have dozens of complaints a month. What? The order suggests that none of the officers were doing anything wrong. The complainers just didn't like that the officers were doing the right thing.
It just sounds like every episode of Cops I've ever seen.
This is awesome. The town has a population of 2,500. Small towns tend to generate more complaints as citizens don't want to be held accountable by their small town department.
Makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense. In his order, the chief asked officers that they didn't need to look the other way if there was a blatant DUI in front of them, but suggest that anything less should be stopped. So, what? Are you kidding me?
We should get our cars and just speed through this town like as much.
You know what? I'm gonna do it and be like, I'm sorry, no, I'm
file a complaint.
I'm gonna file a complaint.
That is their job, Steve. They are not gonna be liked.
You are public servants.
They're doing the right thing, Steve.
You're public servants.
They're gonna get complaints.
I'm sure people are. I pay your salary. I pay for you to do this. I do this. I do that. Dead officers trying to keep people safe. Instead, you're just pulling me over for being a dumbass. This chief needs out. You don't want to do your job because people are sad. They're hurt that you're doing your job. Yeah, that's their job. Law and order.
What were you expecting to happen? That's what I want to know. Nobody's ever said, "Thank you, officer. I needed this ticket."
No, thank you, officer. I appreciate you doing your job.
What
do you expect? You try and run from the police, you get a dog after you, you get shot, or you get tased.
Or you get just, I'm sure this is just about like normal tickets for like speeding or something.
Yeah. I didn't see any specifics on things
it doesn't go
upset about it. It was just traffic stops as a whole.
Right.
You willingly demanded your officers to not do their jobs because you don't like people telling you that you're doing your job. What? I really don't. I don't get it. I don't. This country is so messed up.
Everything's backwards.
It is. No, don't do your job. Oh, okay. Get free stuff. But who's paying for it? Doesn't matter. It's free to you.
Yeah, nothing's
free.
Okay. Nothing's free, Steve.
Nothing's free. Everybody knows nothing's free, but nobody wants to believe it because if you're not paying for it, what is it? Free.
F-R-E-E, that spells free.
This is absolutely absurd, Tyler. And all the officers that I talked to about it, because I went out and I was like, all right, I gotta see this.
Did an unofficial official poll.
I did an unofficial official poll. Clearly stated that they would never follow this command because this demands that you do not follow the law, but instead ignore it, which officers could lose their jobs for in the first place.
You're gonna lose your job either way.
It's a lose-lose. So I think that at this point they need to go ahead and try and oust that chief.
Yeah.
Obviously in the legal manner.
Is the chief? How does a chief get into a chief position?
In some areas he's voted.
I was gonna say.
I believe.
Voted in some spots.
I believe.
You know, the worst part is they might vote for this chief forever.
They might. Exactly. So don't quote me on that. I believe in some cities they're voted.
Voted in.
But I believe in other areas he's appointed by the mayor.
Better hope this is one of those appointed towns.
Yeah, and you better hope.
If I was in that town, you know, I'm gonna start drag racing on the weekends. I'm gonna start doing drive-bys. Bah, bah, bah.
What? Don't do your job! Don't do your job!
No, officer. I'm not drinking, officer. It's fine.
Yeah, this isn't a blatant DUI. See, I only went over the double yellows twice.
Now, if I was on the side of the road, it would have been blatant.
I didn't mean to hit that new mother in her stroller.
This is one of those things where it just gets out of hand.
This is, yeah, because then what do you look the other way on? Because now you got officers second guessing their job because they don't want to be held accountable by their boss because he's being held accountable for doing the right thing and having his officers do the right thing by the public. It's wrong. It's unintelligent to the absolute highest. And I really hope something happens eventually. I really hope the state comes in and is like, hey, you gotta
Someone's got to come in. I don't care who it is at this point.
Someone's got to come in. That's wrong. It is wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's bad. It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. Thank you all for listening today.
Yeah, this was a long episode, Steve.
This was a long episode. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Follow us on Twitter at @SteveTyler_show. Send us emails, please. Anything. Say hi. We'll answer back. StevenTylerShow@gmail.com. I mean, Tyler might not. I do. I like talking to Tyler. Subscribe to us on iTunes and follow us on Podbean at The Steven Tyler Show. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening. God bless you, and God bless America.